and push. Can you keep those toes together in it? Try one more time. Toes together the whole time. I like to say that gymnastics, it hurt me. That one didn't quite have our big cast. Okay, good push. But it also saved me. So let's do 2 more of those. Okay.
It's where Kim Bergman found a counterbalance to life's troubles.
Arms in. Gymnastics was my safe place away when there were things going on at home.
But that changed when she says a coach groomed and molested her repeatedly in the summer of 1998. She was 12.
But when it's happening, you don't realize you're being attacked.
Lawrence police investigated, but no charges were filed. 10 years later, her attacker, David Atwood Bird, was convicted of sexually abusing a 14-year-old gymnast in Topeka.
If she had had the chance to pursue her case when she was older, then my case never would have happened.
As adults, both women wanted to sue Bird, but their time had run out. The state's statute of limitations gives adult survivors of child sex abuse just 3 years to get justice in civil court, from 18 to 21 years old.
Victims all come to a different place at different times, and there shouldn't be a clock on it, especially when we didn't know a clock was started.
It's been an overwhelming number of survivors who have contacted me.
Overland Park State Senator Cindy Holscher has introduced a bill to eliminate the statute of limitations in these cases. Child advocates say current Kansas laws on this issue are among the worst in the nation.
The law, the way it is right now, protects the pedophiles, protects the perpetrators.
There was no opposition to a similar bill introduced in the House last year, but there's been no hearing in the Senate. KMBC 9 Investigates repeatedly tried reaching Judiciary Committee Chair Leawood Senator Kelly Warren for comment. She did not respond.
We could have perpetrators essentially in hiding that are not being revealed because people aren't able to bring civil cases.
15 states and 2 territories have eliminated the civil statute of limitations.
We are not talking about a slip and fall case or a fender bender case or a breach of contract case. We are talking about the rape, sodomy, and sexual assault of our innocent children.
Survivors may not feel comfortable coming forward about their abuse for many years. It's called delayed disclosure. The average age is 52.
Why should perpetrators be benefited and protected by the passage of time when victims suffer in perpetuity?
Kim Bergman now coaches gymnastics in Shawnee and supports the new legislation in Kansas.
I would file a suit 1,000% and expecting to not get a dime. That would be awesome to be able to have a day in court.
In Kansas City, Haley Harrison, KMBC 9 News.
Kansas also allows child sex abuse survivors up to 3 years to sue after the discovery of an injury or illness caused by the abuse. In Missouri, child sex abuse survivors can sue up to the age of 31.
Police are trying to find the people who broke into dozens of cars at apartment complexes on both sides of the state line.
KMBC 9's Jackson Kurtz shows us the damage in Overland Park.
Just shock, because I'd never imagined this happening.
Shattered glass and busted windows is what many Overland Park apartment owners woke up to Wednesday when they walked out to their cars.
This magnitude, the amount of cars that are getting hit, is uncommon.
Police say more than 70 cars were broken into at apartments around 135th Street from Knoll to Antioch. Police believe it's a group of people doing the break-ins.
This is a really good neighborhood, so it's very surprising.
Police say a few guns, small amounts of money, and other items have been taken.
Sometimes they just get comfortable with what they're doing and are willing to, be bold enough to do that even close to the station.
In Grandview, Missouri, police say about 40 cars have been broken into with people stealing things. Both departments are working together as police say the break-ins could be connected.
It kind of freaked me out, so I called my landlord just actually a few minutes ago and asked if they had any garages available.
Police plan to swing by the complexes to check on things overnight.
Some sort of surveillance in this area would make me feel better.
From Overland Park, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
Exclusive live radar and 9-day forecast, so you'll know first. This is First Alert Weather.
I know somebody, if she had the time off, and I'm looking at her right now, would probably fly up to Chicago for KU. So if you are heading to Chicago and join Lynn Jennings, here's what's currently going on. A few showers Cold, clammy rains up there as well. Up toward Milwaukee is more of a rain-snow mix. High temperatures today also under this envelope of cold stuff. 46 was the high in Chicago. We were very cold at 41 degrees, way below normal. And our City View camera does show that things are going to clear out slowly but surely, at least here, before moving up toward Chicago. Tonight at 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock, I'll give you a forecast for Chicago in case you're going to head up there. Here you can see, though, that some of the clouds are starting to thin a little bit. 41 degrees is where we hold. We have 35 for the wind chill and the northwest winds at 9 miles an hour. Right now, the wind chills are all pretty much huddled close to freezing, especially up toward Atchison, St. Joseph as well, 35 Trenton, 34 Belton, Odessa 37, Ottawa 37 degrees too, farther down to the south and southwest, middle 30s for Garnett, also for Lacine. Warsaw, cold too, 34. Sedalia, your wind chill, 33 degrees. Here's a look at first look clouds and radar. We do have the clouds that are thinning out, certainly not giving us any sort of additional heavy rain. That's definitely in our past. But still, some sprinkles of light rain can't be ruled out, especially the farther east and southeast you go. 12-hour forecast, looking at your Friday to start the weekend off. There's this thing, this icon that we've not used for a few days, partly to mostly sunny skies. High temperature closing in on normal, with a high of about 30, actually correction, starting in the 30s, ending up with a high of 57. Winds will go more westerly, and they're going to pick up in speed, so it will be kind of a cool day, probably feeling colder than what that 57 will indicate. And according to First Alert Future Scan, one of our models here is going to talk about a few clouds rolling across and some that could produce a few stray showers, not lasting long. We go back to the sunshine by the second half of the day, and also Saturday looking pretty sunny as well. Highs will be 57 on Friday, up to 54 degrees on Saturday, but eventually we're going to heat up as the winds crank up from the south. Here's a look at the exclusive First Alert 9-day forecast. 30s in the morning, cold, 57 in the afternoon high on Friday, windy conditions. Saturday, 54. Same for Sunday with a high temperature of 54 degrees. Still dry for the weekend. 68 on Monday, 75 plus on Tuesday with a chance of showers and thunderstorms toward nightfall, spilling into the first portion of Wednesday with a high of 66. Then we stay fairly mild for the rest of the 9-day forecast with another chance of rain and or snow. No, just rain next Friday and Saturday.
At the same time Tyreek Hill was introduced to Miami today, the Chiefs reached an agreement with his replacement. Sports is next.